It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
But I think it's pretty safe to say, you know, it's a back and forth for the past 10 years of who's 1 and 2, Drake and Kendrick. I think it's safe to say that, right? I mean,
in terms of like the best lyricists or like the most
I think all
successful
of it. I think lyricists, impact, like just who's
nobody's even coming close to Drake. Like, I'm sorry, and then,
we say that, again, but then we act like
you guys are so close, right? So you probably are judging different things, like bars, impact culturally, all that kind of stuff. Just from the outside, like honestly, you can't put anybody in Drake's stratosphere.
That's not true, and I tell you why. Because whenever Kendrick drops,
Bieber, you could put Bieber there, like that. Like that's who you're comparing him to.
Whenever Kendrick drops, commercially and critically, he runs shit. Kendrick is on the front of the big magazines. Kendrick gets all the Grammys.
Kendrick is fire. Kendrick is like next level. It's unbelievable. Don't get me wrong.
Big dog.
He is unbelievable. And like true artists about it. Like you're looking at the guy like, wow, this guy really is
big dog,
obsessed with the art. It's really cool to see that, right?
Big dog.
That being said, he's not penetrating the casuals in the way that Drake is. Like the white girls that are in their 20s are not fucking with Kendrick in the way that they're fucking with Drake.
I don't know, bro. Kendrick shows be crazy. Kendrick shows literally be like very diverse crowds, just like Drake shows.
I mean, yeah, if all top rappers are diverse crowds. So
yeah, Kendrick a little. I think we don't give Kendrick enough credit because he's not on the scene as much.
Yeah,
and I think
he takes too many breaks.
He take a long when it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. But when you think about when he's out, he shifts culture.
Yeah,
like Kendrick owns shit when he's out.
Put it this way, it's like what's that? JL Balvin or whatever? Is that the name of the artist? Spanish artist, JL Balvin. Like
no, that's not his name. JL Balvin.
J Balvin.
J Balvin. Yeah. I don't know fucking. Come on, bro. I'm not listening to music. My point is like he's on a different level, right? Like he's like the way that his tickets were moving and all of those types of things. Like he's on like that superstar status within that community, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's what Drake is doing, and I feel like there's probably another artist that exists within that kind of Spanish rap genre who
Bad Bunny.
Okay, so maybe Bad Bunny is the.
I think Bad Bunny might be bigger, right?
Yeah, because I don't even know that.
So then vice versa. I'm just trying to put it into another type of music where it's just like Drake is Drake
is listen, bro. Drake is huge, but all I'm saying is there's nothing Kendrick. When Kendrick drops, there's nothing Drake is doing now that Kendrick won't be doing commercially. Like literally all the same late night talk shows if they choose to, all the same magazine covers if they choose to, same type of venues if they choose to. Kendrick is a big deal, bro.
No, I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying there are levels, and I think that Drake is on another level. Like
more consistent. That's all.
It's all it is.
He's more consistent musically, but Kendrick got mad Grammys. Kendrick literally shifts culture when he comes out. Not even just on some rap shit, on some music shit.
Right.
I mean, listen, it's no doubt. I'm
curious what Kendrick would think. Like, I'm curious if we asked Kendrick and we were like, hey, who do you just think
told you last week.
Nah, he said, I'm nicer.
No, he said, I'm top 5. And he said, matter of fact, I'm that guy. And then Baby Keem says, number 2 keeps texting my bitch. I don't even ask why. Keeps DMing my bitch. We know who the sniper is out here.
Who's that?
DMing everybody's girl. The certified lover boy.
You think?
So he's letting you know who he thinks is number 2. You know what I'm saying? He's letting you know who he thinks is number 2.
That's why I love that Drake called Jay-Z the GOAT. But like, of course he is, but that's his way of saying like, I'm not even competing with the Coles, the Kendricks and them. Like my guy is Jay-Z.
He said that though. He said there was a song that I heard.
But Kendrick is going, I'm better than that guy that people think that might be better than me. Drake is going, I'm not even mentioning these motherfuckers. Like, I'm talking about legacy. Like, put me in a conversation with them.
Yeah, Drake said that. He said, I forgot, it's a song that was on one of the Certified Lover Boy leaks. He said that. He said, it's like me and then it's Jay. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know if I agree with that assessment.
What did you think of that thing that leaked with Kanye talking about?
It's reinforcing his Certified Lover Boy status. When Kanye was like, yo, Kim is out here fucking I mean, Drake is out here fucking all Kim's friends.
He lives the greatest bachelor in the world. He lives 4 blocks away from my wife, and he's out here fucking all her friends. And then it goes right into the music. You guys haven't heard this?
I heard it.
Oh my God, it's fucking wonderful.
That's great.
Drake is a wild boy.
Wild boy.
That's one thing I do appreciate about Drake. He really is like a rap superstar. Like,
but that's messaging, like we were saying. That's like messaging. There's an ethos. There's a premise, and it's driving it in. And then you tap into that album. It's like an action movie. When you go listen to watch like Fast and the Furious, you go, I know what I'm going here for. I'm going here for action. So when you go into that Kanye album, I didn't know as I was expecting. I hear some like hard bars, some street shit, but then there's no curses. But then all of a sudden there's Jesus stuff. Like it's all over the place.
There's some really terrible bars on that Kanye.
Like
album.
what?
That one where he goes, they say Adam couldn't have been black because black people don't give up their ribs. Like, what the fuck? And then you put the echo on it. That shit was horrible.
I'm telling you, Kanye's mediocre at rap.
It's amazing.
We know that though.
I like that part.
I'm glad people are acknowledging.
He make good music though.
It's
a difference.
One thing I say about Drake too, Drake is very smart because Drake took the conversation off it being Drake versus Drake. Because that's literally what people keep saying. We're waiting on like a universal, undeniable classic album from Drake. Like at this point, Drake's only competing with himself, right? Right? To your point, competing with himself and I guess the other legendary artists out there, right? But now, Drake can drop tomorrow. All CLB got to do at this point is be better than fucking Kanye's album.
And how do we define better? Is it more streams? Because Kanye put
no, it's got to be music.
A whole encyclopedia of fucking songs on there. It's just music.
It got to be music.
We don't care about the streams.
Like, we know
better?
Drake gonna kill it with that. Drake is going, whatever Kanye did, Drake's gonna triple that.
Yeah. But he might not in total streams if he puts out way less songs.
Easily.
Let's see.
I don't know.
Oh, no, you know what? You're right. By the way, I don't even know how that shit works no more because I was actually having a conversation with somebody about that this week. Because Kanye got, 28 songs on there, but them shit is like 4 minutes apiece. I thought people made shorter songs on purpose, which Drake could do. Drake could have an album that's 12 songs, but they're only like 2 minutes, 50 seconds.
And then you replay it.
You keep replaying that shit over and over.
But Kanye got 26 songs, right? So if you listen to the album all the way through, that's like listening to Drake's album twice if Drake got 13 songs on it.
I don't know how that shit works, bro.
But that's what they're doing to game the system. So when you go, oh, the most streamed artist this year was Lil Baby, or the most streamed artist this year was somebody else, you're like, oh my God, I guess he's the most listened to. But then you realize he put out 4 albums. So you're like, oh, if you divide that by 4, maybe Justin Bieber is more. He only put out 1 album every 2 years. He still got more streams. So there's ways to game the system, and we got to find new metrics to decide who's the most popular.
I think for this, it's just music. I think it's going to come down to people's ears. Like, like seriously, what was the better project?
Yeah.
Because that's what it really always boils down to. We're talking about music here. The reason we anticipate Kanye still all these years into the game is because he's literally gave us 5 classics back to back to back to back to back. What Kanye did with music is like what guys like Chappelle did with comedy.
Yes.
What Chris Rock did with comedy. No matter what they do, Chappelle can put 5 minutes on YouTube right now, you're running to it. Because of what he's done.
Yes.
And it's the same thing with Drake, same thing with Kanye. We're going to always check for them because of music. Same thing with a guy like Kendrick. It's about the music.
Okay, so you know how they're saying that might be the intro to the album, Kanye talking about how he's a certified lover boy, he's the certified bachelor, he's the best whatever. Drake being the best bachelor in the world and lives down the street from his wife, etc. I don't think he starts the album with that. And if he does, I think that that's a mistake because it ties his album into Kanye, right? It makes the album a little bit about Kanye. It makes it about the competition. And now
that's good,
it's not about, it's good to drive initially, but then forever it's set in stone, right? That this album is a fuck you to Kanye. Nah, the fuck you to Kanye can be a couple lines, 1 or 2 bars, etc. It's still got to be a Drake project about Drake being a certified lover boy, not a little petty beef with some person that you think that you're beyond. I think that would be a mistake if he did that.
I think that they both. You said that he thinks he's beyond. I don't know if he thinks he's beyond. I just think it's I mean, I'm just sitting backseat driving here, but it just looks like they both are kind of envious of each other. Because I think Kanye wants what Drake has right now. Like Drake, for the past 10 years has been that guy, the way Kanye was that guy at one point. You know what I mean? But I think Kanye wants that. He wants that relevant culture musically. He's got it in other areas, but I still think he wants to be that guy musically. And I think Drake, maybe in a lot of ways, still wants to have that artistic love that Kanye gets. You know what I mean? Because we can sit here and have conversations about Kanye having 5 certified classic albums. We know that. We at least know, to me, College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, 808 and Heartbreaks, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That first 5 is like certified. With Drake, you have discussions on, does he have a classic? Doesn't he? A lot of these younger kids, they say that they think So Far Gone is a classic. I would probably agree with that. I hear if you're reading This Is Too Late and Take Care. A lot of the younger generation says it's classic, So I don't know. I just think that they both have things that each other wants. You know what I mean? And I think they might see a lot of themselves in each other.
Like Kanye is envious of Drake's like social ability, his ability to kind of like build friendships, communicate with people, communicate with women, all his white friends, etc.
And Drake might just be hurt because Kanye is like, damn, bro, I look up to you. Like you was an inspiration for so long.
Sneakers.
Yeah.
Why is it this?
Or maybe Drake is envious of Kanye's artistic ability with the production of the music. Like, Kanye is looked at as like a real innovator and artist musically. And maybe Drake isn't looked at as an innovator and artist musically. As a rapper, maybe, but the
People
actual
still question
music.
it. Yeah. That's what it is. We even though you may say, yo, Kanye lost a step, whatever, we still don't question what he did.
Is capable of.
People still question Drake. They question his pen because of the ghostwriting stuff, yada, yada, yada. Even though it shouldn't matter.
Yeah,
he's clear. Yo, listen.
Great performer.
He's one of the greatest hip-hop artists to ever live.
Yeah.
And probably one of the greatest artists at this point. You know what I mean? I think so.
Yeah.
I would, like, the 10-year run is unprecedented, but I just think it's like...
It's so hard for me to put a rapper in like the greatest musician or artist category because I'm
not musician.
Yeah, like...
Kanye doesn't... He plays... I guess production is
music. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking of like a Michael Jackson, like dancing, like singing, like Chris Brown. Doing like a Chris Brown. I'm thinking like they're doing so many other things in the performance, and a rap is bars, and you got to make music that people feel and they relate to. But at the same time, like, I don't know,
it's very rare air.
Yeah,
to be a rapper and get mentioned on that level.
It's super rare. Yeah,
like very rare
because you're limited in what you could do. Like I'm comparing you to Mike. Mike is singing.
Yeah.
So what if Drake dance like Michael Jackson?
Say again?
What if Drake was dancing like Michael Jackson?
He'd be the greatest ever, dog.
He'd be the greatest ever.
He'd be the greatest. If Drake could dance like Michael Jackson, he's been holding it back the whole time, and then all of a sudden dropped it on this album.